Hey everybody, it's Patrick from the Mast Store and Knife Shop coming to you again with another knife review, and today we're going to take a look at the nice Trac from Leatherman. If you've been following us, you know that I did the Pioneer, I did the Russell. This is the third fixed blade they're doing, and that's what we're looking at today. And what's fun about this is Leatherman has a special free bonus that you get when you purchase one of these knives, and I'm going to tell you what that is in just a little bit, so hang tight. But this is what it's going to be today, the nice Leatherman Trac. First, let's take a quick look at the box. They did go out of their way to make a really nice box. You got a sleeve there. That's nice. And then it has a nice drawer. Pull out the drawer. There's where you find your knife. Right there, you got 25-year warranty, made in the USA. Underneath, we got all the other goodies that they're going to give you, and some of these are really important, so make sure you look through these and take a look. This, of course, is your warranty information booklet, so make sure you keep track of that. This guy right here, this tells you all the other knives, and remember, they're multi-tool, and they're entering the knife business, and this tells you all the other pieces they're working on. And inside here, looks like an inspection was done by Flora. Nice job, Flora. And this QR code, this is going to give you your registration and taking care of things with them right through the internet. So make sure you go ahead and hit your QR code and so on. They did a really nice box. This is a really nice knife. They're entering that business instead of multi-tools, and they've really done a great job. So kicking it off. Let's just jump right in and take a look at this knife. This is considered by them the quintessential outdoorsman's knife. Those are their words, and I kind of agree once I read through all the info on this. I really like this. It can be used for outdoors, hunting, camping, foraging. They even mentioned ranching and farming. They said this knife will do anything, anywhere for anybody. They're really proud of this knife, and I gotta tell you, except for one or two hiccups, I find this to be just a super nice outdoorsman's knife, and we're gonna cover all that. So first of all, you can tell they're serious because it's MagnaCut steel. Take a look right there, MagnaCut. And you know, that's when you know you're serious in the business. Even though they're a multi-tool company, when you start using MagnaCut right away on your knives, they're not messing around. So I do like that. You notice that it has a really nice heavy spine. It's a nice full tang, skeletonized to keep the weight down a little bit. I love the aggressive jimping on the top. So you are out there on the ranch or out there on the campsite and you're using this, you're not slipping off this. It's pretty aggressive. Really like what they did there. You notice it also has a nice sharpening choil here. And it also has a hollow grind. So you have this strength on the spine, but the hollow grind is for those who are breaking down an animal after hunting. This gives you a nice ability to slice through the skin. So it's really set up so that all features that you need in the outdoors are going to be covered. I really do like that. They've taken the effort to do that. It's got a nice stonewash finish. The handle on this guy is an oiled G10 scale. And you think like, why is it oiled? Well, oiling is a process they do to keep it from really drying out sooner than it should. We noticed that with some of the G10 scales out there. They do dry up after a little while, and you are recommended to put some oil on your G10 scales to keep them fresh. Well, they've already done that for you. It doesn't feel slick at all, so don't get the wrong idea. It feels great and grippy in your hand. We carry it in the brown. It does come in a few other color handles, but we carry it in the brown in our store, and it sells really well. Really, really nice look and feel. Nice fit and finish to the whole blade. You can tell they really focused well on what they were doing. Of course, it does back here have a lanyard hole, and I always bring it up because I like lanyards, but you know, when you think about it, if they put the lanyard hole there, maybe you should put a lanyard in the hole. Just saying. That's my opinion. So let's take a look at some other things about this. Remember, the specs, pricing, and links to purchase are down below. If you get the urge to pick one of these up, just click on the link, take you right in, and you can pick one up today. I do like the size of this. It's not oversized, but it is kind of on a heavier piece, and that's what it should be. Weight for this is 6 ounces. That's pretty standard for a bushcrafting knife, but there is an addition to it. So I'm going to bring in the sheath, and I want to talk about the sheath for a minute while we're doing this. The sheath right here is beautiful. I mean, take a look at the sheath they gave you. It is set up for lefties and righties, and I'll show you how. But I just love the fact all the fixed blades they did came with separate different sheaths, and each one was designed specifically for that knife. This one was designed for this knife. The thing you have to keep in mind is this knife is 6 ounces. With the sheath, it's 10 ounces. So there's another 4 ounces just for the sheath. But that's because it's so sturdy built and so well built. It does have a wrap over piece of leather here, so you can wear this scout carry or cross draw on left side or right side. And then this is set up for a right hand carry. You'll see the snap right here. That's going to be a right hand carry on your hip. You run your belt through this side. Now what's cool about it, I'm going to do this. Bear with me. It takes a second. You can switch this over to a left-hand carry. So you're going to take this strap, push it through the back here, pop it through. Here, you're going to spin it around. So now it's opposite. Take it on this side, same place. You're going to work it through. Hang with me. You're going to work it through this side. Boom. Now you're ready for left-hand side on a carry. So if you like carrying left side or you're a lefty, this is set up for either or lefty or righty. Kudos to them on the design here. I brought it up now because this is the weight we're talking about. 6 ounces for the knife, another 4 ounces for the sheath. So you're carrying actually 10 ounces when you're out there in the brush. So something to keep in mind. Some people care, some don't. Let's take a look at the length on this guy. Pretty typical for a bushcrafting style knife. 8.93 from heel to tip, front to back. And of course, your cutting edge on this one is 4.2 inches, which is pretty standard. I mean, for the fixed blades, that's pretty standard. We see some bigger, some smaller, but for what the purpose of this blade is, that's just right. Thickness on this is 0.14 inches. As you can tell, you got plenty of strength there on the spine, and that's really what you're looking for anything you're working with in the outdoors. I really feel like Leatherman went out of their way and gave you a great piece here. Remember, we talked about MagnaCut steel. That's how you know they're serious. And we're going to talk about MagnaCut steel in our steel chart. Let's take a look at that. And while we're talking about that, I can bring up the free bonus you get. Every knife that you buy from Leatherman that has a MagnaCut blade, you have free lifetime sharpening. Just send it to them. They'll sharpen it, refurb it, make it look brand new again, and send it back to you for free forever. So that's your free bonus from Leatherman. It only does count for MagnaCut steel. So other knives and tools will not have that same free bonus, but for every knife, because all their knives have MagnaCut steel. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the steels. You remember, we like to look at edge retention, toughness, corrosion resistance, and see how the steel matches up. This is where your MagnaCut is. Really nice edge retention. We're talking 5 out of 10. And, you know, when we're talking about 10, we rarely have any knives that are 10. Most of them are right in this area here. And this is perfect for the outdoors. Anything harder, and it's going to become a little bit tougher. But what I do like about MagnaCut, look how tough it is. For chipping, micro chipping, tip breaking, it's way up there in the toughness scale. And then for corrosion resistance, for the outdoors knife, this is what we're really looking for right there. Look how good that is. That is a 9.5 out of 10 for corrosion resistance. And for anybody who's using an outdoors knife, you want it to be maintenance free if you can. And this knife really fits the bill really well. So kudos to them on picking MagnaCut for this type of knife. I really feel like they've done a great job with that. Price wise for this is going to be $299.95. And I know some of you go like, what? And I have to tell you, once you look at all the features and look at why it was built and how it was built and the sheet they gave you with it, not to mention the lifetime sharpening for free, I think it's worth every penny of that. It's like anybody else who's buying tools. I'm a carpenter. I don't buy the middle grade tools or low grade tools. I buy the high grade tools because I want things to work and last. That's how this knife was built, to work and last. And that's why you pay a little extra money for it. But I think it's well worth all the pennies. So, all right, folks, that'll do today for the Trac from Leatherman. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you found this information helpful. Before you go, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you ring that bell, we'll notify you every time we drop a new video. That'll do for today. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time around.